Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to begin by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakodash, double honors to the elders and apostles of the Great Millstone. Shalom to you, brothers that are laboring and pushing this word in truth and sincerity and with charity. I'm the brother Abraham from the camp here in GMS, Chicago. Coming back at you with another lesson. This video is on what happened this past Friday in Caryville, Texas, which was a big flood that has killed over 80 people. Okay, and it happened to be on July 4th, which is a American holiday, the birthday of America. Okay, so you have a judgment from the Lord that happened on America's special day. Okay, so it's a lot of judgment happening at the moment, and also even this past weekend, as I was seeing local news reports here in Chicago, there was a woman, a mother, who killed her 3 children. I believe she stabbed them all and set the house on fire. Alright, there was a mass shooting on a nightclub that killed 12 people, I believe. And then another drive-by that killed another couple of people and wounded a few more. Not too far where I live, actually, like a couple neighborhoods away, about like 10-15 minute drive away from me. So it's a lot of judgment happening at the moment, and you know, these are signs that well, let me read it, because the scriptures could tell you better than I can. First, let me read Isaiah 47. Let me start at 7. It says, "And thou sayest, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it." Right? So the pompous, prideful attitude of America, right? They think that they're gonna rule forever. Okay, so they don't think about their latter end. Right? It says, "Therefore hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that sayest in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children." Right? So in the beginning of this chapter, it calls Babylon the virgin daughter of Babylon, because she has never been touched by conquest. America has never been touched by conquest. And now, right, it's time for America to lose that virginity. All right. So let me go back to where I was. Right, it says, "Neither shall I know the loss of children." The flood mainly got little girls that were at a summer camp. Right, so a lot of those people that died and are still presumed missing were little girls, were children. Okay, it says, "But these 2 things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries, and for the great abundance of thine enchantments." right? So all this is gonna happen in their perfection, all right? And simultaneously, right, all this loss for you is gonna happen. All right, your enchantments, your sorceries, your witchcrafts, everything that you trust in is not gonna be able to save you. All right. It says, "For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, None seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge it have perverted thee, and thou hast said in thy heart, I am, and none else beside me." So that's their pride. Okay, their pride that is going to be their fall, their ruin. All right. So this is a fall, a sign of their fall. Right, all this destruction. Now I seen a video from the elder from Vegas, Elder Karatazaba. He did a video of because we know that Esau has the technology for geo engineering, all right, and weather manipulation, and supposedly they're building a power plant there that costs millions of dollars. Okay, and then all of a sudden you have a flood that destroys um, the area. So that's also, skeptical, and we know the lengths that Esau Edom will do to get what he wants, and he's not scared to cause a lot of death and destruction to his people, to his own country. Right? He's the devil, and he'll sacrifice his own people for it. All right, but whether it was Esau Edom or not, the Lord allows Esau to go on with his wickedness so that he could keep on stacking up his iniquities. Okay. So this is Amos 3 and verse 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in a city, and the Lord hath not done it? Right? So whatever evil happens, whatever death happens, whatever judgment happens, all right, best believe the Lord allowed it to happen. Okay? And that's something we understand, that's something the world does not understand. Okay, many children were killed in this flood. And we understand that it's judgment from the Lord. And the scriptures say, evil men understand not judgment. Those that fear the Lord understand all things. Okay? This is Isaiah 45 and 7. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. Right? So the Lord creates darkness as well as a light, because the world just think that all he does is create light and peace and good, right? But the Lord um, does both, right? The Lord is a God of balance, okay? And he creates the good and the evil. And that's something that we try to explain to the people and show examples, not only in what happens in the world, but in the scriptures. Okay? Because the world doesn't not know the Lord, but they will when he sends his son with his angels and the hosts of heaven, right, to the earth, to put all enemies under his feet. Right? Then they're gonna know. Then they're gonna understand. That's when they're gonna fear the Lord. Right? So just say, let them know thee as we have known thee. Right? Let's get that in Sirach. Here's 36 and 4 or 3. It says, lift up thy hand against the strange nations, and let them see thy power. As thou wast sanctified in us before them, so be thou magnified among them before us. And let them know thee as we have known thee, that there is no God but only thou, O God. So we know the Lord, we know what he is capable of, that he's all powerful, almighty. Right? And Psalms it calls how terrible art thou in all thy works. Right, let me see if I could find it. There's a couple in Psalms. Yeah, there's a lot of them actually. Psalms 47:2. For the Lord Most High is terrible. He is great. He is a great king over all the earth. Psalm 66:3. Say unto God, how terrible art thou in thy works. Through the greatness of thy power shall thine enemies submit themselves unto thee. Verse 5 in Psalm 66. Come and see the works of God. He is terrible in his doing toward the children of men. Right? So let me come back to this. Sirach 36:6. Show new signs and make other strange wonders. Glorify thy hand and thy right arm, that they may set forth thy wondrous works with the right hand of the Lord. Who stands at the right hand side of the Lord? Yahushua. Right? It says, raise up indignation and pour out wrath. Take away the adversary and destroy the enemy. Make the time short. Remember the covenant, and let them declare thy wonderful works. Right? So this is a prayer to the Lord to lift up his hand to the strange nations, to let them know his power, to make new signs, to make strange wonders, right? To pour out his wrath on the adversary, to destroy the enemy, to make the time short, to pray for a few days. Right? To keep on bringing judgment like this to the earth. Right? The scriptures say, many great miseries shall come upon them in the latter end, for they have walked in great pride. Many miseries shall fall upon these people, and we haven't seen nothing yet. This is light work compared to what's coming. Okay? The slain of the Lord shall be many. Alright? So there's more to come, more judgment, more death that is coming to the earth. Alright? So I'm going to go ahead and end it there. Lord willing, this video was edifying as always. All honor, glory, and praises goes to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakapadash. Double honors to the elders, the apostles of Great Millstone. Until the next time, Shalom.